So, Arch-Tempered Zora, everyone.
Peace.
Holy Toledo, it's good!
It's good! It's good! It's good!
Or I should stipulate good enough. But at the very least, we can all breathe a somewhat temporary sigh of relief that we don't have another Arch disappointment. And the thing is, there's not really anything that I would class as a definitive, full-on change to the fight. They have simply restructured it in a way that makes it bloody intense. Now, I guess technically speaking, you now actually do have to drive Nergy off with actual damage. Real damage. True damage. No! I guess the TLDR of what I want to initially put across here is this Arch Zora fight is how Zora should have just been. If initial Zora was this fight, this incarnation of it, we'd remember it fondly as an epic large monster set piece encounter instead of an almost meme tier snooze fest where you AFK and still win somehow. And really, that's the great tragedy of Zora. It was sold to you as this grandiose epic finale, a marking point in the story, Astera's last resources, Astera's last chance to avert the destruction of the New World, everyone coming together in this desperate fight for salvation, and then it turns out only to be good as an aid for Insomniacs. The context did not meet the gameplay, and that was the true disconnect for me. Whereas now, yes, the intensity is there, a 25-minute time limit and one hell of a health pool to get through. While it's still not amazing fun chain firing cannons, but I was certainly still feeling the heat. It was a struggle to get all three magmas and repel Nergy and sneak a few of the rock drops in before the final showdown. I had to be efficient with my cannons, I needed artillery, I had to really play properly, and that's a really good thing. It's such a big jump compared to base. The biggest jump out of all the Arch-Tempeds by a country mile. In multiplayer, I think you're going to actually have to have jobs. You're going to have to assign, you're doing this, and you're going to have to work together properly. You can't have downtime. You're going to have to freaking go for it. And ultimately, that's a genuine improvement, and you essentially get to experience Zora Magdaros as the desperate operation it was, lore-wise. And that's going to be fun for at least a couple hunts while you get your gear. The bottom line is, while this is certainly not the saviour to wash away all doubts about the Arch-Tempered system being tired, I did enjoy it immensely. At least compared to the others the first time round. It was different. It's not just another Elder Dragon. When he charged up his shot to break the barrier, it wasn't a that's cute, look at him try. It was a, oh god, gotta go faster. Please somebody tell me where the Dragonator is. We also get Origins layered armor, which admittedly, you know, has a few potentially good pieces when it comes to an overall fashion set. So that's nice. It's better than fucking Sakura layered armor, I'll tell you that. But critically then, I imagine you want to know the status of his armor. You see why? Because I know. When you clicked on this, I bet you didn't expect wit of that caliber, but that... okay, I'm sorry, please don't close the video. The pertinent question then is... well, is crit status good now? Question mark? If your goal is to just have a decently powerful but also fun build that you don't feel bad that you're wearing, which you certainly do in current Zora armor, it's just fucking awful. What were they thinking? To be serious for a moment, it is actually one of the most baffling design decisions in Monster Hunter world. You take one of the sexiest looking sets just ever across Monster Hunter history, you put crit status on it, one of the most fun whole subcategory of builds, and then you make every piece hot garbage. essentially walling the entire concept of crit status and looking that good from nearly every player. So it makes me very happy then that Gamma rectifies that, especially if you're a fan of Blast like me, which it caters for very well, and, you know, Blast is the best status. Ain't that right, Bracky? What a happy guy. I love him, right? He's just, yeah, wow, slime. Let's have a look at the pieces then. The helmet is, yeah, it's good. A level 2 slot is fine. A bit of crit eye is fine. Windproof, whoa, hold the phone. But you can look at this as just like a free bonus. It's essentially Odo Waste, but helmet, and a few builds, not so much anymore, but they did use Odo Waste, so it's acceptable. It's still gonna bug the hell out of me to see 2 windproof on my skill list. It really, I can be in the middle of a Kushala tornado, and I will still be like,
I would rather still not have windproof. Fuck you!
and I look, that's a me thing. I'm just weirdly stubborn about it. I take it as like defeat if I am there sadly making wind or tremor proof gear to face a monster. It's just like a, you win, you bastard to me. But either way, it's a good start. The chest, however, is just hilariously bad. 3 1 slots, there's lots of room for activities, but then 2 tremor resistance. Oh boy! Yeah! You're not going to be wanting to wear this if you can at all get away with it for your crit status triple piece selection. You're just not. In some niche cases, the 3-1 slots are going to come in more handy than another given piece, but it is essentially only slots. Tremor resist is whatever. The gloves, though, the gloves is where it gets good, because you get 2 earplugs and a 3 and a 1. So quality slottage, earplugs is a skill many people like, irrelevant of your feelings on it, though I do think that for 12 of the 14 weapons, earplugs is essentially, I don't like being roared. But for Insect Glaive and Switch Axe, earplugs, I would say, are up there in the top selection of skills you should aim for. For Insect Glaive, getting roared out the air just completely breaks your flow and essentially ruins the weapon. And similarly with Switch Axe, you get 4 out of 5 earplugs while attached to a monster, so just wearing these gloves takes it up to 5, and therefore you can't get denied on that front. On top of that, both Insect Glaive and to a lesser extent Switch Axe, it's mainly just Blast, but can do status really quite well. Insect Glaive especially with its rapid attacks, and if you want to go all in with your Kinsect supporting too, so really it's a match made in heaven here. Quality gloves. Waist is interesting. A level 3 and level 2, quality, but then a bit of Bombardier and a single bonus point of what feels like pity crit eye. It's okay, right? You can put decent skills in there, 2 of them in fact, and that kind of makes you feel better about the Bombardier, and compared to, well, the chest, it's amazing! And look, you're kind of going to have to sacrifice a slot to get your crit status, and it could be a lot worse than this. Only Blast, if that's what you're going for, can wear 3 pieces of this set and feel really good about all 3. So, the legs then, yeah, level 3, level 2, 2 blast attack, and a bit of crit? Oh, baby, please marry me. They are a sexy pair of walkers. I am in love with them. I'm just gonna make so many blast sets, I'm just gonna explode everywhere.
Hey, phrasing!
So as you can see, it's a mixed bag, but on the whole, hopeful. It's good enough across the board that we can finally, in a justifiably happy way, make some crit status goodliness. And that for me is all I wanted from this. It's exciting, and I actually think by a fairly comfortable margin, this set will add more life and variety to the game than actually probably every other Arch-Tempered monster combined. Because technically you've now got 4 different new experiences per weapon to go for. Granted, they'll be similar, you just swap out the status, but still, you know what I'm saying, and that's a very nice thing. So, ultimately, a decent addition to the game. The most improved fight of all the archers, I think, even above Vel, though it's still nothing too special, but it's a step in the right direction. The armor set's going to add a lot to the game in creativity and just being able to try new things without feeling bad, and really, I can't complain too much. This, we just get it, it's a little bit extra, and ultimately, I think I'm happy with it this time around. So I'll see you soon for Inevitably Nergy and Zeno. Oh yes. Like if you enjoyed this, subscribe for more. Goodbye.
Rage Gaming with the video float.
But that's all that's really relevant at the mo, but I'm still gonna leave this up so you patrons know that I love you even though the outro's no longer that kinda relevant. But the new one's being worked on and it's gonna be a truly badass song, and don't worry, I won't be doing any rapping on it. I'm gonna go now. This was shit.